Hello all, this is Dr. Boney. How you doing? Most students call me Dr. B. I'll be instructor for BISC104, Georgetown campus of UD. This is just a orientation video to kind of show you how to get started. I'll go over a lot of this first in class, but for those of you that might want to get a little bit of a head start, this is it. So basically you'll see that you can see a few things here, and I'll talk about what those are. But the first thing we want to do is talk about the syllabus. So there we go. So the syllabus looks like this. You can see here that whatever the first day of class, whatever that Thursday is, we will be meeting at 4:30 in Jason 119B at the Georgetown campus. That is the lab room. Here's how to get in touch with me. And the learning resources, the best thing is to do is just to get what's in the bookstore. However, if you did not do that yet, there's an alternative way to purchase the materials you need, and I will talk about that in a little bit. Here's how you're graded. Exams are 60, lab 20. Online Connect assignments 10 and Connect quizzes 10. I will talk about what those are in a little bit. And so here's basically the grading scale. Great, lovely, awesome. So this is really what you want to spend the most amount of time on, especially those who might have busy lives and want to know what we're doing when and when things are due, that whole kind of deal. So this is your whole semester of when everything is due and what we're doing every week. So you can kind of see that the lecture side is on the left and the lab side is on the right. There's a few times when we do not have class, but otherwise we have class pretty much every week, with the exception of like Thanksgiving and this one particular date right here. So I will talk about both of these later, but you can kind of see everything is all set for you, when your exams are and whatnot. So it's very easy for you to figure out what you're doing. So let's get to the meat of it. So once you have, and again, I'll go over a lot of this in class, but if you want to go ahead and get started with some of the things, the first one is that aside from class, I also have recorded lectures I do, little short ones, 5 to 7 minutes. That'll really help. There are a lot of things that have to do with the exam. Some of them I adapted from other places. Most I made myself. And those are free. So basically what you would do would be to just click right here where it says link to register for online lectures. Boom. You hit that, and it's going to go to let me move this up a little bit. It's going to go to a screen that looks like this. And since you've never been there before, you're going to go in the upper right-hand corner and hit sign up. And then if you want to use your Google account, if you have it, fine. Your UD one, or you can just sign up without it, and you just put your first, last name, boom, and of course it's going to tell you what it's going to sign up for. You go ahead and put all that in, you register, you're done. This is free. This costs you nothing. It's going to give you access to a lot of the lectures that I have embedded in Canvas. So once you've registered for that, let me tell you what that gets you. So basically what we see down here is this is all the stuff that is in exam 1 content. Okay, so I like to do them in orders. The first thing you'll see is there's a study guide. So this is not a trick question. If you want to know what's on the exam, there it is. It's not a trick. So then I can go from there, and then there's the PowerPoint for you, which I cut down. Normally the textbooks give me like 220 slides per chapter, which is insane. So I cut them down to the ones that actually matter. But then you'll see I have things like this. Dr. B explains the basics of pH. And this is actually directly from Canvas going to give you access to videos that you can access, some of which are created in what was called Edpuzzle. So there's one. If I give you, what's another good one? Introduction to Chemical Bonds. This would be another one. And so like literally you access these little short videos I made from Canvas. So like just to even give you like another one, or any of these really, that when you click on, what's a good one? Just here you go, cell. Let's see, prokaryotic cell structure. Just click on that. You'll notice that your name, of course, this is mine, but since you've already logged in and created an account for Edpuzzle, it will automatically load it up here. And basically, you just would click Get Started, and it looks like a YouTube video, but it actually is more than that, because you'll see at the bottom there's little tick marks. And these are either where I embedded assessment questions in the middle of the video, or I might make little notes to it. This is 5 minutes long. You can also full screen it this way. And if I scroll the video down, you can see the little dots. So this is how I do a lot of the lecture videos through this, and it gives you instant feedback as to whether you got the question right or wrong. Again, Edpuzzle, not graded, but used to teach you stuff. A lot of the times in lab, I like to teach with lab and lecture. They're kind of integrated. So that's for you on your own to go through all those. And they're basically in order. Like there's everything from chapter 2, and then chapter 3, and then chapter 4, and then chapter 5. So that's everything that's on the first exam. So what's up with these chapter assignments and these quizzes and whatnot? Where are they? Well, those things, and I'll skip the lab stuff, they're down here. So for every chapter, you have a chapter assignment, and you have a quiz that is outlined in your syllabus. So in order to begin using McGraw-Hill Connect, or to activate it, all you have to do is click on any of the assignments down here. It doesn't matter. When you click on one of them, of course it's going to say it's locked, but once you guys get into it, it'll automatically take you to a registration page where you're going to put in the code that came with the book that you ordered from the bookstore. Now, if you did not order the book from the bookstore or whatever was in the bookstore, you can buy it directly through the link where this is going to send you into McGraw-Hill Connect. And you can just use a credit card. It will give you access the entire semester to all the quizzes, all of the online ebook. I'll show you guys how to do that in class, and the homeworks. So everything you can access in there. Now, if it's kind of thing where when class starts, you're like, look, I don't have the $90 or whatever it is, or I'm waiting for financial aid, McGraw-Hill gives you 2 weeks free of complimentary access while you're waiting. So there's really no excuse to get started on that homework while you are starting the course. And I'll go over again some of that in class. But all you have to do is click on any one of those, and it will start to access registration, and then you will do all of your work from let me just go back here. You can do all of your assignments, quizzes, all of it can be done right through Canvas, and it goes ahead and opens up McGraw-Hill Connect, and it automatically grades it. That's why you don't want to just go to McGraw-Hill. So what I don't want you guys, I'm going to show you what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to do something like this. McGraw-Hill Connect, and go here, and then find this, and then log in here, do your homework there. Don't do that. The reason why is it will not grade it and put the grades in the grade book. I'd have to go in and by hand and do that, and I'm not going to do that. So you're going to do all of your assignments and quizzes from here, from this particular location. You're also going to do some of your labs are going to be some of the labs are going to be on the McGraw-Hill site as point of view, and some of them are going to be face-to-face. I'm going to show you what some of those look like. So the few labs that you're doing online, once you get into them, this happens to be one you're doing for cell respiration, is not like a passive. It's actually point of view. So this is I just went into part of it. So it's the kind of thing where you would just go ahead and click on any of these objects like that, and it wants me to put, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm actually putting cotton balls into these test tubes, because it says up here, add cotton balls to each test tube. And that says add potassium hydroxide to each of these things. So I'm going to just put a little in there, and I'm going to put a little in there. Oh, I probably need to dip it again, let's say. Yep. And put it in there, and then get some more and put it in there. So you're actually physically doing the labs, and that's what I like about the few labs that we have that are online. So that's why you'll see that there are only some of the labs are here. These are the ones that you're doing, at least part of them online, and then some you're going to do face-to-face. So that's where you would access these as well. So as we start doing face-to-face labs, I'll be adding data here from the labs you guys are doing. So I just kind of want to give you, again, an overall overview of what you do. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You kind of start here. You go right down the lists, working on all the little mini activities that help to build content knowledge toward what's on the exam. When you're done that, you have your chapter assignments for each chapter and your quizzes. And again, to reiterate, all of that and what you do when and where and how is all outlined on the syllabus and the schedule. So you know exactly when everything is due. And so now this will probably make a lot more sense that your online Connect quiz for Chapter 2 and 3 is due at this particular time. Chapter 2 through 5 online assignments are due 9/28. That's the homeworks for Chapter 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. What you do not want to do, believe me, would be to wait until the night before to do all 5 of those chapters. This is not chapter assignments that are supposed to just be for compliance just to get a grade. These are questions of stuff you're going to see on the exam. So you should be doing these chapter by chapter, and that's just kind of the way it's set up. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in a week or so.